guest speaker for this afternoon, law and business. Dilip ji is an accomplished public speaker with the rare talent of being both entertaining and enlightening. Hello, can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you, Manik ji.
Okay. And I'm sure you all agree, sometimes trying to gain enlightenment can be quite a heavy task. One of the most memorable inspirational talks I have heard to date was a seminar that Dilip ji conducted at JVB London in 2006. And since then, there have been numerous instances I have reflected back on that discussion as a means to my own resolve and confidence to pass through adversities of life. The Logassa Sutra is a key aspect of Pratikama, which we recite throughout the auspicious days of Prajushan Mahaprabha. And as Mehul Bhai mentioned yesterday, any practice to be effective and meaningful has to be done correctly and with understanding. So the importance of Logassa Sutra is fundamental to the purpose of this auspicious Prajushan Mahaprabha. I kindly request Dilip ji to take over. Shobham, is Dilip ji there?
Yes, Manik ji. He has joined us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Dilip ji, yeah.
Yes. So let's start.
Absolutely, sir.
आराध्य देव के चरणों में सत सत वंदन। अज्ञान तिमिरांधानां ज्ञानांजन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। I pay my obeisance to the Lord Mahavira, all Tirthankras, and our revered Guru, the representative of Tirthankras, Acharya Sri Gurudev Sri Mahasraman ji, and all the sadhus and sadhvis, Sraman and Samanis present all over the world. It gives me immense pleasure to be over here this evening to express my thoughts on a subject which is so relevant in today's environment and a subject which can take us deep down to our heart and explain what actually the spirituality is. I'm going to give few highlights on that Logassa Sutra, but before I come to the point, let's chant at least one or two padya from Logassa Sutra. Arogya bohilabham Samahi varmuttamam dintu Chandesu nimalaira Aichesu ayam payasaira Sagar vargambira Siddha siddhim mamadisantu Logassa ujjoyagare Siddha siddhim mamadishantu Dhammatithya rejine Siddha siddhim mamadisantu. Vande Guru, Vande Baba. Now, as a courtesy, before I start to give you some highlights on this subject, let me thank Manik ji for giving me such a great introduction of mine. I recollect all the time I've spent with Manik ji when I was in London, and we had a long discussion. We used to spend a lot of time together, and I thank now to Shamini Pratibha Pragya ji and Swaran Pragya ji also, and all the organizers which gave me this opportunity to explain me this particular subject. Now, to understand the importance of Logos, let's start with first understand what the Logos is. Within 2 minutes, let's understand because all of us must be reciting this for many, many years. But let's understand what the Logos is. And then we will come to that what is the importance of the Logos which we are reciting for a number of years and every morning, evening. Friends, Logos is the most powerful sutra. First point, it is a very, very powerful sutra as well as a prayer in Jain mythology. In Jain mythology, this is considered to be the most powerful, most acclaimed, most accepted, most ancient, and a miraculous stotra as well as a prayer. When I say stotra as well as prayer, I mean what we do in Logos, it is an adoration of 24 Tirthankaras. Adoration means we worship, we praise the qualities and attributes of our Tirthankaras, and at the same time, we pray to them, we worship them and pray to them for what we need for our day-to-day life, from pleasure to salvation. Like the various attributes, like whether it is a health, wealth, wisdom, peace, prosperity, all those, and as well as like, okay, basically what I'm saying is, aside from these prayers, what are their attributes also? Like when we say Logos Ujagre, the Tirthankaras who have enlightened the Lok, Dhamma Tirtharejane, the people who have established Dharma, and Jine, who have conquered the Raga and Dvesa. This kind of all attributes are being worshipped and the prayer is being made. This is a subject which is acclaimed by most of our spiritual leaders, most of the acharyas, and every spiritual practitioner. And even so many spiritual practitioners have done their PhD on this subject, written lots of books also on this subject. Then what it is, what is the meaning of Logassa, how it affects, how it manifests in our day-to-day life. And my dear friends, when I had also an opportunity to spend a lot of time on this subject, and I participated in a lot of conferences and programs where I have given my thoughts on the Logos, its meanings, its effects, and again, the importance of Logos. Today, let's come forward to discuss the importance, the time which you have given to me, 45 minutes, and then we'll have a question and answer session. We will discuss about what is the importance of this Logos Sutra, which is the adoration of 24 Tirthankaras, where we worship and we pray to them. What is the effect? What is the importance? Why we are doing this? I will take you in a different route. In the sense is that this is an era of science, which we are in a scientific era. Then, so I will explain this importance in the pretext of science. Then I will take you to the journey of philosophy and mythology, spiritual leaders, mantravids, and then sociologists with live examples. In 5 pretexts, we will cover that why the Logos is so important, powerful, and why we should worship it. Am I clear? That we will take it in the 5 steps. Science, what the science says, what the scientists have to say about this Logos Sutra, what the philosophers and our all these mythologists has to say about it, spiritual leaders, mantravid, and sociologists. And then we will come to some live examples about it. So let's start with what the science has to say. Einstein, the godfather of science, he gave us a theory of relativity where he says E is equal to mc square. That everything in this world is nothing but energy. We are living in the ocean of energy. Am I clear? We are in the world of energy, and whatever the object, whatever the subject, whatever the incidents, whatever the matter which we see, which we come across, they are nothing but the manifestation of that energy. That's why he said E is equal to mc square. That means all the matters are nothing but the manifestation of the energy. Now, energy has got a different frequency, and every frequency of the energy has got certain qualities of its own. The energy has got a qualities and at the different frequency. So when we acquire an energy of a different frequency, of a particular frequency, we get those attributes, we get those objects, we get those qualities associated with that energy, and that quality of energy manifests into the respective quality. Am I clear? Am I clear, friends? Like, what I'm trying to say is, whatever is happening with us, what are the all incidents, what are the virtues, everything is nothing but the manifestation of that energy at the different frequencies. Now, if we can produce that energy of a respective frequency, what will happen? Those qualities will automatically evolve. Those energy will manifest automatically to give us those results, because E has to manifest into the matter, into the all incidents. Like, for example, I will give you like a currency. Like, currency has got a different value. If there is a currency, dollar has got its own value. If it is pound has got a different value, suddenly higher than that. Rupee has got its own value. So like, different qualities of currency has got different values. Accordingly, different frequency of the energy has got different quality. And as all of you are from UK, most of you are from UK, the currency pound is most powerful in comparison to even dollars and rupee and all other currency. There is one energy which is the most powerful energy, which is the highest quality of energy, which is at a different frequency. We should say higher the frequency, higher the energy, and which manifest into all the top qualities, top incidents. And that energy we call it, give it a name like divine energy. What the scientists say, that when this particular energy is being evolved, when this energy is being transformed, this energy is being created by any means, what it will happen? That energy will manifest into all the divine qualities. Then whatever we ask for, you think of anything and you will get it, because that energy is so powerful, which can get you whatever you want, either from the materialistic world or spiritual world or your any of the field, family, society, national level, individual, whatever it is. So what I mean to say is, the scientists say, and by recitation of this mantra, this stotra, now listen very carefully. When we recite this stotra, certain energy is being created, because this is sound energy. When we recite this, then a sound energy is being created. And that quality of sound energy, it has been proven by the scientists, is so powerful. As I said, there is like divine energy which can get us whatever you want. You wish it and you get it. Like when we say arogya bohilabham, you get arogya, you get bodhi. And then we say arogya bohilabham samahivar muttamam dintu. You give me, you want samadhi also, that also you get. You think of that energy, you give a direction to that energy, and that energy will manifest. So as scientifically, what is the effect of this energy? What is the effect of this stotra is, it creates a quality of energy which is the most powerful. It is a powerful house, which energy can manifest into whatever we want, in whichever the direction we want. This is the, as per the scientists, what they say. Let's come down now to second, mythologically. The philosophers, what they have to say about this stotra. What they say, what is the importance of this stotra? Why we recite this stotra? Why this adoration of Tirthankars? Why the worshipping of this Tirthankars? Very, very, very depth and very, very like as a mythological. I will take you to our Uttradhyan Sutra. In Uttradhyan chapter number 29 and 9, Gautam Swami asks Bhagwan Mahavir, Bhante, what is the use of stuti? What is the use of vandana? Like it says, कि 24 संथेन bhante jive kim janvai, jive kim jan yei. कि what is the use to the God, to the Mahavira, to the Lord, that 24 santhenam, yani from reciting this Logassa Sutra, 24 santhenam, bhante, hey Bhagwan, jive kim jan yei, ek jeev, the Jivatma, what he gains. Now listen what the Bhagwan Mahavir has to say. As per our sutras, as per the mythology, he says, Chavvi Santhenam Dansanam Visohi Janyehi, which is being said in Sanskrit, Chatur Vishati Staven Darshan Visodhi Janyati. That means what we get? What we get? Darsnachar. There is something called Samyak Darshan, Darshanachar. So what we attain purification of the darshan. Yani like basically our faith, our confidence, our faith, we'll say the pure faith in Tirthankras, faith in our spirituality, that is Darshanachar, that gets purified. We get more closer to ourselves, our soul, Tirthankras, the attributes of our soul and attributes of the Tirthankras. We develop that complete dedication and devotion towards them. Dansanen, what they says, Dansanen Visodhi Chanyati. Visodhi, that means Visuddhi. What is Visuddhi? Is purification of the darshan. And by purification of the darshan, what happens? It destroys the upghati karmas of darshan. Darshan ke jo upghati karmas, it destroys fully. This is basically as per the Uttradhyan Sutra. That means what this sutra does, what is this basically does? Something is called Samyak Darshan. Something is called, like we say, Darshanachar. In Darshanachar, then our confidence, our faith is improved. We get more and more purification of darshana or confidence, and because that is very, very important, because without that darshanachar, we can't move forward. So because of this only, by doing the stutis, by worshipping the Tirthankras, we attain what? Darshanachar, the purification of the darshan. And most important of it, let me tell you, as per Uttradhyan Sutra, because this is more related to karmas. In Uttradhyan Sutra, basically, or all these mythologies, they take from the karmic point of view, that there are certain karmas which can be destroyed only by worshipping the Tirthankras. Like, let me take the example, Antray Karma. Antray Karma, most of the Antray Karma can be destroyed only by reciting the Logassa Sutra or any of the sutras where we adore we worship our Tirthankras. Like Darshanacharya, this is the what you call Antray Karma. And Antray Karma is the root cause of all our pain, all our deficiency, all wherever we are sufferings because of Antray, whether is a Antray in getting the knowledge, or Antray in getting the darshan, or Antray in getting the profit, all kind of it. Labhantray, Bhogantray, Viryantray, all these things. So Antray karmas also being destroyed only by reciting the stotras. Like Samyak Darshan, there will be Chayopsam of Samyak Darshan. Like it says, no, it destroys the Upghati karmas of Darshan. So these kind of karmas, main karmas, are being destroyed as per the philosophers, as per mythology, as per our Uttradhyan Sutra, by reciting this Logassa Sutra. So we have seen what scientists actually talk about it, because they say energy, this gives right to energy which is so powerful that we can attain, we can get whatever we want, where this energy is being directed, while these philosophers and mythologists say that very important karmas which are difficult to destroy otherwise can be destroyed only by worshipping Tirthankras. Now let's come down to our spiritual leaders, acharyas, who have written so many books on Logassa. Let's talk about them, that what they have to talk about it, how they explain Logos to us, and what they say, that what is the advantage, what is the importance of Logos in our life from the spiritual point of view. We have seen scientific point of view, we have seen from the mythological point of view. Now this acharyas. Acharyas, they start with, first thing is called bhakti. They say that it is a devotion to the Lord, the full dedication, the ultimate dedication, because the faith comes forward. So basically, because of this faith, it is the bhakti. This is Bhakti Sutra. And because of this devotion only, the bhakti, the shakti of the bhakti, power derived from dedication, devotion. By praying to God, we get whatever we want. So what they say is, the first of all, we get bhakti. And that is it, like, okay, let me give you a small example from a different stotra, say from Bhaktamar. what it says, which is a purely on a bhakti, tat sanstavena bhava santati sannibaddham papam chanate chumupeti sarira bhajam. And again they say on the 9th slok is tat sankatapi jagatam duritani hanti. That means all the karmas can be destroyed by devoting ourselves by bhakti only, and all the karmas can be destroyed very, very easily. So accordingly, what they say is the first, as per the spiritual acharyas, is it is also a part of bhakti. And second, something called samveg, our sattvic ichha. What is our highest goal in our life? From the spiritual point of view, the highest goal of our life is to attain salvation. Siddha siddhim mamdisantu. That means what we do is we express to our God, who are the most powerful, who are at the highest position of all the three lokas, that, oh my dear God, Siddha siddhim mamdisantu, help me to get the salvation. So we express the higher desire, sattvic ichha, by expressing Siddha siddhim mamdisantu. And now next, let's come to the prayer. What are the prayers which we are asking? Prayer means we are asking. Worshipping means we are basically adoring their qualities. And what are the prayers? When we talk of the prayers, there are three ways we are doing the prayers in Logassa. And all the three prayers are like Tithya Rame Pashyantu. Then second we say Arogya Bohilabham Samahivar Muttamam Dintu. And lastly we will say Chandesu Nimallaira Aichesu Ayyam Payasera Sagar Var Gambira Siddha Siddhim Mamadisantu. These three prayers are there. What it denotes, let me tell you quickly. First, we are talking of the health. Arogya. Arogya means what? Health. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. I'm talking of all the four. Body, mind, and soul. So the health. So when we ask of health, we ask that all kind of health should be bestowed upon me. My dear Lord, I want the health for myself, physical, mentally, emotional, and spiritual level. Let me not get much on detail, you know about it. Then, Bohilabham, Bodhi. Bodhi means Samektva. We get the right knowledge, we want to get it. So what, my dear Lord, what we're asking for? What is our prayer? That apart from the Arogya, you give us the Bodhi also. You bestowed upon us the Bodhi. Bodhi means, again, Samektva, right knowledge, which is a gateway to salvation. And next, Samahivar Muttamam Dintu. That means the highest quality of Samadhi. Samahivar. That means Samadhi. Which quality of Samadhi? Highest. There are 7 types of Samadhi. I will not go in depth of this, but basically the idea is that Samahivar, the highest level of Samadhi, is you give to us, so that Uttam Samadhi we get. So once we are in Samadhi, means oneness with the soul. We become as close to the soul as possible. We can attain the qualities of the soul. We can move in the area of our soul. That is being called Atma mein Raman karna, Atma ka sakshatkar karna, Atma darshan karna. That is called Samadhi. And the last, then what this is? Siddhi, as I say, Siddha, Siddhim Mamdisantu. You give us the perfection, closure to salvation, emancipation, ultimate desire. And finally, what we are asking for, very, very important. When we say, Chandesu Nimallaira, Aichesu Ayyam Payasera, Sagar Var Gambira, Siddha Siddhim Mamdisantu. What is this? What is this? When we say Chandesu Nimallaira, because, my dear friends, as you know, that as per Tattvartha Sutra, what is the way to salvation? What is in Tattva? What is written? Samyak Darshan Gyan Charitrani Moksh Marga. So we need what? Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra. These are the only way. There is no other way. So when we say that Chandesu Nimmalaira, this Chandrama, the moon is basically a symbol of Samyak Darshan, purification, Sitalta. That is called purity, austerity on our soul. So that means Samyak Darshan you pradan to us. Aichesu Ayyam Payasera, like the knowledge, the light of the sun. So like that, you also, because you are also powerful, you have given the power to the sun, you have given the power to the moon for their basically the nirmalta, for their sitalta, for their darshan, according to the knowledge, is basically a symbol of the sun. So Samyak Gyan also you bestowed upon us, and Sagar Var Gambira, the ocean is nothing but denotes Samyak Charitra, right conduct. So you also provide us Samyak Gyan, Samyak Darshan, or Samyak Charitra. And once we have all three, what we have got? If Three Ratna, that is called Three Ratna ki sadhana. Once we get Samyak Gyan, Samyak Darshan, Samyak Charitra, Siddha, Siddhim Mamdisantu, we attain salvation, we get closer to the salvation, we get what we want, we achieve our ultimate goal of the life. That is what the spiritual leaders and acharyas have explained in the Logas, phrase by phrase. And now the time has come. I have to explain you in the next 15 minutes the two more aspects of it. One, what the mantravid has to say about it. Because this is the stotra. This is the mantra. It's a combination. It's supposed to be so powerful mantras. That is the science has also proven. So what the mantravid, whether it is a Jain mantra, stotra from Jain mythology or Vedic mythology or any Christian mythology, Buddhist mythology, the mantravid, they take the mantras. They have got their own view. They have got their own experiments to find out how powerful that mantra is. Like Om. Om has been described as such a powerful mantra which consolidates in itself all the power of all the spiritual power or all the power across the universe. So accordingly, what is the power of this stotra, these mantras? Now listen very carefully. What the mantra is saying. Like I will give a small example. Again, I will take you to Bhaktamar Stotra. What Mantung Acharya did when he was imprisoned, as he started composing the sutras of Bhaktamar, the chain by which he was bound, the chain by which he was practically kept, started breaking. As one stotra he used to recite, he used to compose one chain, he was being bound by 48 chains, and every chain automatically starts breaking down. Accordingly, this Loga Sutra also was being put to the test as the mantra is concerned. And you will be surprised. You will be surprised that those mantravid, they are not the Jain from the Jainology. They are not the Jain scholars, but basically they are the mantra experts. What they were saying, that this Loga Sutra is so powerful that this mantra, every word of it is like a mantra, is this very miraculous mantra. I will give you some examples what they have said in some of the books. I said no, various acharyas have given various books, and I had the opportunity to read a lot of their books and their views. They were saying one of the mantra with what he did is, expert of mantras, what he did is he took the water. He took water, and this stotra was being chanted there for a couple of hours by a person who can recite it very right pronunciation, and he was being a practitioner, a spiritual practitioner. He might not be from Jain mythology, he might not be from Jain religion, but he was being chanting this mantras, and the whole sound energy was going inside that pot of water. Slowly, after a couple of hours, the color of water starts changing. It became milky white. You want to do this test? You do it. Tomorrow itself, whenever you have the time, you sit in this Parishon Paul itself, that okay, look, you take a water, be still, sit quietly, concentrate your mind, focus your mind only on the Tirthankras, recite these mantras, and shoot the water. And the water, which becomes milky white water, it is so powerful that even if you give to a peasant who is suffering from coma, he will get revived. Can you believe? Every word of this stotra is so powerful. Like when we say Logassa Ujjogre, this itself is, you need not chant the whole mantras. Logassa Ujjogre, this, they tried on a different phrases. Logassa Ujjogre, Siddha Siddhi Mamdizantu, Dhamma Tithi Rejine, Siddha Siddhi Mamdizantu, Arogya Bohilabam, Siddha Siddhi Mamdizantu, Samahaivar Mamdintu, Siddha Siddhi Mamdizantu. Various phrases, because we are worshipping this by their names as well as the qualities. When we take the names also, different names, when we recite, different miracles happen. So those mantravidra, what they explained, that this stotra, I don't know this stotra belongs to Jain or Veda, but this is so powerful that every phrase, every word is being composed in such a way that it is like an atom bomb. It is like hydrogen and nitrogen coming together to create an energy of an atom bomb. It evolves so much of the energy, and that's what the same thing was confirmed by the scientists. that it is full of energy. So all this mantra vidra, basically what they were talking about, that this is one of the most powerful mantra which can, and by this mantras anything happen. Because imagine all the powerhouses, all the people who have got the power in this whole, all the deities, all the whole universe, they are basically controlled by these mantras only. So all the mantra, when we recite these mantras, which are as a adoration of Tirthankras, those power centers, those which we call Dei Devta, which we call 33 crore Dei Devta, all the deities, they come to help us. All the Adhishtayak Dev of our Tirthankras, they come forward and try to help us, because this is invoking of all these spiritual powers who are dedicated to our Tirthankras. So that is what the mantra has to say about it. And now finally, which is most important, which is our day-to-day life, let's talk about what the sociologist people have to say about it. Yes, we have heard about the scientists, we have heard about the philosophers and the mythologists, we have heard about what the acharyas of the Jain, like Jain acharyas have to talk about it, and we have seen what the mantra will also talk about it. Everybody has said in a different phrase, said in their own context, said in a different version, but ultimately it revolves to that it is a powerhouse. It gives such a big energy, power, and which can get us whatever we want. And now let's come to the sociology part of it. When our vyavhar, our behavior science, our day-to-day life is concerned, whether life relates to our family life, business life, social life, national life, how it is going to affect us. Because finally everybody is interesting to say that, okay, look, this is the corona era, this is the economic era, this is the scientific era, this is the techno era. How this is going to help us in this corona time, how it is going to help us in this recession of the business time, how it is going to help us, our family disputes, the battles in the court, like all kind of like, okay, terrorism, various things. So can it be helpful, or it is just a spirituality where we adore our Tirthankras and we get siddhi and we get a highest desire and all these things? Let's come to the what socialist people have to talk about it. What I have done it, because there was a lot of books on where the socialists, what they talk about it on the Logassa, and various experiments also has been done in the name of Logos Kalp, that is called Logos Kalp, that from every phrases, when you do a kalp, what you are going to get and how it is going to help you. What they were saying, I've just compiled a chart for you which gives us that how it helps us. Though I've got a chart which give you every phrase by this, but I'm not, because if you're interested, we will come to closer in the question and answer session. But otherwise, I will just give you the chart that what it has done to the various people by the experiments, this was done by the sociologist. One, goes without saying, it gives us the spiritual power, which we have already discussed. Then it gives health, wealth, wisdom, fame. Very clear. We get whatever be the health you want. You say arogya bohi labam samahivar muttamam dintu, or just arogya bohi labam siddha siddhim mam dishantu. Guaranteed, no question, no what may. Like, okay, certainly there will be a recovery on your health, whatever it is. Look, nikachit karma, you have to be at the forbearance of it. But basically what will happen is, the effect will come down and we will get maximum, whatever we call is Pradesho mein aake those karma will be over, those karmas will be destroyed. That Vedniya karma can be destroyed and provide us the good health, wealth, wisdom, fame, and spiritual power that comes with the phrase one. The moment we say Logassa ujjoyagre dhammati tirejire arhante kittaisam chauvi sampi kevli, this itself is so powerful, which gives you spiritual power and health, wealth, wisdom, and fame. And what it removes all the obstacles and pain which come forward in our life. Purely from the materialistic point of view, purely from our behavior pattern, purely from our day-to-day life. Now, the second phrase, what it does is, it basically resolves all family disputes. Whatever the family disputes, whatever, whether it relates to the partition of the family, whether it relates to the non-reconciliation of husband and wife, relationship issues, any kind of, or domestic violence, any kind of family disputes and legal battles, where there is a jagada, the second itself which starts with the name Usab Majiyam Chavande, Sambhav Mavinam Dhanam Cha Swam Cha, Pauma Pam Supasam, Jinam Cham Chandapam Vande. This itself is so powerful, which can resolve all family disputes and legal battles. Then let's come to phrase 3, where victory in war and courts. I'm giving you the examples which I've actually tested, tried, and seen. Victory in the war and courts. Like there is anything, then Suyam Chapuf Dantam, Sialasijja Savasu Pujam Cha, Vival Manantam Cha Janam Dhammam, Santim Chavandami. The culp of this phrase itself, which gives you the victory, and what it removes, which is very, very powerful, is the fear. Because a spiritual man is a man who is free from the fear. And the basic fear, basically this fear gets transformed into a lot of worries, tension, stress, and all those things. The fear is being removed. We become fearless. We become closer to the existence. And now let's move quickly to the fourth. The fourth phrase, basically, as per the sociology, problems caused by evil forces, ghosts, and evil souls. Very, very important. Because today people say, no, he did some what you call black magic on me, some ghost is there, some bad soul is there, the effect of evil sources are there. The fourth itself, kuntum aram chamallim, kuntu aram chamallim, vande muni suvyam nami janam cha, vandamit name pasam tavaddamanam cha. This itself will clear all those effect of the evil souls and problems. And then quickly let's come to the fifth one, when we say evam mai, the fifth one, all pleasures of life. All pleasures, whatever thing you can think of, gadi, ghoda, bangla, naam, shorat, ijjat, all these things, all comforts, all these things, and including the foresightedness, basically, you will get from the fifth phrase. Evam mai abhitva view remala pahin janmarna chavi sampe jinvara tithera me pasyantu. The moment you say tithera me pasyantu, you get all the pleasures of life. And then number 6, when we move on to 6, Kittiya Vandiyame, Jay Logassa Uttama Siddha, Arugya Boy Labam, Samahi Varm Uttamam Dintu, what we get? Pleases all deities, all the deities are being pleased, likes the religious activities, and peaceful death. When we do that, okay, because today, more important is the death has to be peaceful, Mangal Mrityu, like, okay, this, Samadhi Maran, because we should not die in a hospital with already tubes piercing our body, but it should be very, very peaceful. The basic sixth sloka gives us what? It gives us all these peaceful death, our liking for religious activities, and pleases all the deities which can help us to get whatever we want. And finally, the last one, Chande Sunimallara Aiche Soyam Payasera, Sagar Var Gambira, Siddha Siddhi Mamdisantu. It provides up, fulfill all our wishes, all our desires, improve social image and standing, and all mental worries are being removed. These are the things which have been experimented. What the sociologists also to talk about it, they have done the experiments. That is called kalp. In different phrases, different kalp has been done. Kalpa means there is a procedure where we take a particular phrase and we do the kalpa. That is called the logos kalp. And by doing that kalp, just you do for 27 days, you identify your problem, whether you have got a physical problem, whether you have got a family problem, whether you have got a business problem, and it has been tried. Like, okay, whatever the problem, go to your respective Samniji or Sant or Maharaj, whatever who is available, take that particular phrase, they will guide you how to do the kalp. And if you do that kalp, it is guaranteed 100% that within 27 days of that kalpa which you start and following, that problem has to get sorted out. Has to be. There have been a lot of case studies with the socialists have written that there was a person was not getting the bail. It was a very difficult case, but he started that kalp. He was being advised. Within 27 days itself, he got the bail and every problem was sorted out. And accordingly, all other kinds, whether it's the financial, relationship, health, and everything. So it's not only a spiritual stotra. It is a powerhouse. And it is our like good best fortune that we belong to Jain mythology. We belong to Jain Sashan, that we have got this stotra as a virasat mein. Like from morning, evening, from our childhood, we are reciting these mantras. We are chanting these mantras. I request, my dear friends, everybody must do a Logos Sculpt in his lifetime, which is not very difficult, but there is a procedure how to do it. Please get advised by the Samriji, which are there already. Pratibha Prigage is there in your UK. You take her suggestion and do the Kalpa. And once you do Logos Sculpt of the respective phrase for your respective, after the diagnosis and all that, you will find out that there is no problem. Your problem, his problem, no problem. And then we are the best living man in the world, and the world is the best place for us to live in. My dear friends, there cannot be a better stotra than Logos. I will say that, okay, look, even if you cannot do the Kalpa, at least chant Logos minimum for 5 times a day, and maximum should be 1 mala. You don't do any other activities. आप समाइक ना करें, आप माला ना फेरें, आप और कुछ नहीं भी करें. You don't do anything. Don't even listen to profession. लेकिन अपने घर में एक Logos की माला तो फेर सकते हैं. At least 1 mala of Logos that will take all your problems. And Corona to like, okay, will not even think of entering to your body. This is what I could do very precisely, softly, and as per the different pretext, I tried my best to explain to you that what this Logos does for us. Whether you look for pleasure of life or whether you take the salvation, both are in your hand and both are available from the Stotra of Logos Sutra. I think I've taken all my time, and now it's the time for you for asking me different kind of questions on this. Please go ahead and ask me the questions. It will be my pleasure to try to solve, like, okay, to resolve to your questions and your doubts if you have got any. Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, Dilip. Thanks a lot for that wonderful talk. We've got multiple messages of people liking that talk a lot, and especially the energy and the passion that you could bring to the talk. That was definitely commendable and appreciated. At this point, can I request all the participants to give your questions either through the chat window, or at this point you can also unmute yourself and come forward and ask Dilipji questions about.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much, Dilipji. It was such a wonderful, powerful speech on Logos. I have one question. If we get so much benefit out of stuti, then what is the role of our karma?
Look, karma will be there. Karmas are already there. But somehow or other, we have to destroy our karmas. No. So this is one of the procedure. How we will destroy your karmas? Look, whatever the karma are there with us from last many bhavas, like it, okay, for last so many births, you cannot get the effect of it. You cannot, जिसको बोलते हैं कर्म को भोग के कर्म को नहीं काटा जा सकता. You cannot just have the you bear the effect of those karmas. Ultimately, you have to destroy those karmas. So this is one of the most powerful tool to destroy the karmas. How we will do? Yes, this tool is basically to destroy your karmas only. If you are not getting, like, say, material benefit, that means labhantara is there, bhogantara is there. I said that, okay, look, antaraya karma can be destroyed by the stuti of these karmas. Suppose you don't get the faith, don't get your devotion, is not very clear, the purity, darsnacharya, which has been written in our Uttradhyana also, that it destroys basically the upghati karmas of darshan. So karmas are being destroyed by stuti. I gave you the example of, like in this bhakti, tat sanstavena bhavasantati sannipaddam papam chanatya chayamapati sarir bhajam. Same thing, that is also basically for the Tirthankras. Tat sangatapi jagatam duritani anti. Or whether you go to Kalyan Mandir, any kind of adoration, any bhakti stutra, ultimately what it does, the karmas is being destroyed, and the Logos cuts the karmas like thak 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 thak. That is so powerful with such a speed, as if like techno. It is more of a techno savvy. It is not a manual.
Can I ask one correlated question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, sir, I got your point. So, but I'm coming to the benefits, like we get gyan, buddhi, or even material profit benefits. Yes. So
I cannot see your photo. Who is this? Can I see your photo, please?
Yeah, my video is on here. So
This is Dr. Sunil Dugad.
Yes, yeah.
Ji.
Yes, sir.
So-
Yes, sir.
So basically, my question is, if we get benefit like material benefit, or we can increase our gyan, or as you said, like satkarma. So satkarma, I felt okay, I understand. But can we increase our material gain and knowledge while uh, having stuti of Logassa?
Yes, I did explain. When your antraya karma will get destroyed, you will get the materialistic benefit. Certainly, you have to get the benefit, because this is not only for the spiritual cause. This is mainly for, as I said, for to day of our life, to live a materialistic proper life also. If you want only materialistic benefit, certainly you can get. And this is one of the most powerful tools through which you can get the materialistic benefit. Why the two sons of the same father? One is very rich, like Mukesh Ambani in India, and Anil Ambani, like, okay. Why so much of the difference? Because of their karma. And those karma can be balanced. Karma can be either, the negative karma can be destroyed and positive energy can be invoked only by chanting of the Stotra. All the Rishi, Muni, Mahatmas, Brahmarshi, Maharshi, you must have heard the name. What they did the stuti of some of their Lord, some of their supreme God, whoever is their Aradhya, whether it is Shiva or Vishnu or Brahma, or we call it Tirthankras, they worship them and they got whatever they wanted. You must have heard Ravan got so much of the power. How? Do you think he went to the gym and did all this exercise? He built up six pack. He used to worship Shiva, and the energy was given to him by Shiva only. So when he can become, being from the community of Rakshas, devil, he became so powerful that nobody except Rama himself could kill him. That kind of power he got. How he got it? What he did? Purely from the stuti to Shiva. And all the Brahmarshi, Maharshis, what they have done? Only stutis. So the stutis only is the only way to your Supreme Lord, to your own Aradhya, with full devotion, dedication. If you do it, you invoke that energy, and that energy will destroy all your negative karmas. And once negative karmas is destroyed, there is only positivity left.
Dilip ji,
Yes, sir.
can I ask a question?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Sure, sir.
Thank you very much for your passionate lecture. I'm very impressed with the energy you're given by delivering it. You also mentioned the chart you have regarding the different mantras and the energy levels. But you said you won't go into that. Any chance you can share that with us?
Yeah, Pratibha Pragya ji, Samni ji is there, Pratibha Pragya ji there.
Yes, if you can share that.
Like, okay, she has got, these are various kalpas, from which kalpa this one. Certainly, you can go to her and she will share with you.
Yes, that's good. You see, like if you listen to Hindus' argument or other facts, they say their mantra is the strongest. For example, Gayatri mantra. I just wanted to see if the chart, we can do the actually scientifically proven graph so we can understand. Otherwise, everybody says ours is the best. So,
if I am hungry,
yeah,
I should eat what? What I should eat? Should I eat roti? Should I eat bread? Should I eat pizza? Should I eat sweets? Should I eat fruits? Should I eat dry fruits? Everything can fulfill my hunger. Everything can take care of my hunger. But then it depends upon my taste and availability. We are born in Jain mythology. We are born, then we will say, apna dahi meetha lagta hai na? Because we are more closer to it. If we would have been from Vedic parampara, I'm not saying this is better or that is better. All are good. Vedic Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuvasya Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Very powerful mantra. Suppose tomorrow, if you invite me to give a talk on Gayatri Mantra, I will give you similar talk.
yes.
And I will give the examples given by Veda.
I
Then instead
appreciate
of Uttradhyan Sutra, I will tell you what Rizved has to tell about it.
I appreciate the loyalty, but my main concern is if studies have been done across all the mantras, is there any comparison chart?
No,
or
there
is
is
it?
no comparison. It is matter of faith. It is
Yes.
no comparison.
That's what I'm
What
trying to
is the
get at.
comparison? Whether Rama is greater or Krishna is greater. whether Parshnath was greater or Mahavira was greater. There is no comparison of these qualities. Qualities means qualities. So all are good. It has to be your devotion, dedication, your right, like basically following of the procedures.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Middle of Dilip.
Thank you, Dilip ji. Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, yes, sure. Go ahead. My pleasure.
Can I please,
thank you.
sorry, can we give some time to Samniji? She wanted to add something.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
question
Yeah.
is, okay, which is powerful? Vedic mantra or Jain mantra or Hindu mantra or Christian mantra, whatever. But there is a phrase, amantram maksharam nasti. There is
Yes.
no alphabet which has no potentiality to be a mantra. And it is our faith that add extra power. When your pranic energy is more, you can use more benefit of that. So by one mala, you can boil a bowl of water, or you can heat your whole body, or you can activate so many psychic centers. So it depends person to person who is using which center, which power, and which type of energy, and finally our intention. And one more thing, as Dilip discussed this many dimensions of the logos, but the topmost dimension is purification. Every day, evening and morning, we purify ourselves with logos. Every samvatsari, every pratikraman, and every prayashchit, that is belong with the logos. So equated with the logos, the purification and logos is, I think, go hand by hand. And that's why those who do, at least in my morning lecture, I discussed, if you do for logos every night, you create such a vibration, even divine beings are bound to come around you to listen the logos. It is the power of logos. And finally, amantram maksharam nasti, which is every word, every alphabet have enormous power. The way we use our intention is important.
Very rightly said. Let me add to this. Like these mantras are like a hardware. Our devotion, our dedication is the software to make best use of the hardware. Just by words will not help, but the procedure, your devotion, and once with full devotion, when we do it with right pronunciation, right place, then it gives you the effect. Then you can make the best use of these logos, as Samniji just defined. And Darsanachar means basically purification. And that is, once the purification is there, then what is being left? Then everything what you wanted is with you. Though, like here, one more thing I wanted to add, because I took only 5 people, I have not taken the medical science. If we go to the medical science, maybe sometime other, I will explain to you what the doctors has to talk about this, how this is going to affect our various organs and glands, this recitation of this, and what are those psychic centers also, the doctors which are spiritual doctors also, like basically like what they talk about their cyclic centers, that psychic centers, Chaitanya Kendriya, how it awakens our psychic centers also. That is a different dimension. It is multidimensional. But today I've taken only 5 directions, which I've explained. Maybe sometime later, we will take another 5 directions to explain Sutra. If again, like Manik Bhai invites me, then I will come again.
Sure. Most welcome.
Like the people of you are really fortunate to have Pratibha Pragyaji with you in London. Make the best use of her. She's like I'm saying, make best use of Loka Sutra. You make best use of Samniji. She's so highly learned. She knows, and basically every day, at least, I don't know whether you are aware or not, minimum 4 to 6 hours she chants one or other mantras. She's nothing but the embodiment of all mantras only. Please take best help from her. Be guided. Take advice, then what kalpa you should do, and must do them some kalpa. This is just your time, and don't miss this particular time. Once Samniji is out from UK, everything is left to the God. Anything else before we conclude for the day?
Bharat, you wanted to ask a question, I guess.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you, Dilip ji, for such a wonderful explanation of the Logos mantra. My question was, how does Logos mantra compare to the Namutanam Stotra?
Look, one is like jack of all trades. It's like Logos mantra is a particularly for this 24 Tirthankaras, we worship them. In Nakar mantra, what we do is Arihantanam is okay. But then all the Panch Parameshti also, we do Vandana. There is no stuti, there is no, like that is just a Vandana. Like in the same, like Uttradhyan Sutra, there is a effect of ki Vandana ka, what is the advantage of Vandana? That is a Vandana, this is a stuti. That is a starter, this is a 5-course meal.
No, I mentioned Namutanam mantra. Namutanam Stotra.
Namothunam.
Nauka. Yeah. Namutanam, you know.
Namothunam Sutra.
Yes. In Samayak, we have the 7th part, which is Namutanam, which basically highlights the qualities of all the Tirthankars or the Tirthankars. So my question was, how does the Logos compare to
Look, whether
Namutanam?
it is Logos or whether then you will compare it with Usagra part or you go for, whenever you do a stuti of Tirthankaras, stuti is the same, but the words in Logos is composed in such a way, like you also know 26 alphabets, I also know 26 alphabets, but we are not laureates. Shakespeare could become the laureate, but because he could compose the 26 alphabets in such a way that he became one of the biggest laureates. So in Logos, the composition of words are so strong, the energy is so strong that it supersedes all other stotras. Otherwise, all is good here. It's not that, okay, look, this is better or that is better. Bhavesho isoko. It's, you have to practice it. Whichever you practice, it's good. Like then you will say Vandana Sutra, then you will say like, okay, Sakra Stuti, then you will say, there's so many stotra where we worship our Tirthankaras. Like in Kalyan Mandir also, what we do, we worship our Parshanath. Bhattamar, we worship like all the qualities of through Rishabh Bhagwan and all that. So ultimately, they're all there. But this Logos is most precise, to the point, and every word is like an atom bomb. So because we have done a deep study and research on Logos, certainly I will say Logos is the best. But it depends upon the subject in which you do your doctorate, you know. But this is my favorite subject. तभी तो आप लोगों ने बुलाया ना मुझे इसमें, because this is my one of the most favorite subject in which I must have delivered number of conferences, lot of lectures on Logos. You have given me only 45 minutes. You give me 4 hours, then I will tell you what Logos is. To understand Logos, at least you give me 4 hours. Then I will start one by one. I will say, I will take one word. I will show you those live cases also that chant this mantra, how it is going to give an effect. What happened? We will take the case studies one by one. Then we will take what doctors have to say about it, what engineers have to take about it, how the business people have to talk about it, and even the politics, how it is going to affect the politics out of it. So we will, this is all a different game. It is a full exercise. It's not a matter of 45 minutes, which Manikji has given me.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Oh, madam.
Manikji, anything else?
May I say a few words?
Please.
Yes, Samniji, most welcome.
All the brothers and sisters, when I initiated in Samni 33 years ago, and at that time, I got opportunity right after a year of my Diksha. I spent 5 years as a Samni at Dilip's house, and it was like computerization of Jain Agamas and some other type of work. So we were there, and it was an amazing scene. 4 brothers, and all of them are deeply rooted in spirituality. And specifically, if I say a few words about Dilip, he has lots of list of degrees. is if we compile his CV more than a booklet. Yeah. But as a personal seeker, soul seeker, nowadays in the corona pandemic, what he's doing, can I say? Out of 24 hours, he tried to spend 20 hours in Maun Sadhana, silence. And silence, when silence begins, then the deep dive into soul begins. So he meditates regularly, more than many hours. And his study and swadhyay is par excellence. As a speaker, you can understand. And sometime when I became a Somni, then if we have his class, then I used to say, no, I can't understand much. It is always going above my head. But now, Dilip, I can say, now I can understand after
Understand? Yes.
3 decades. So this is something very personal, that his life is different. And it's a journey. We all are soul seekers. We are on journey, and everybody, someone is in plane and someone is in car and someone is in train. So we all are in this journey. But I think monthly we can have one lecture. So let us set the ball rolling. Today is the second day, or in the August, then again we can have one lecture on Logos in September. So mostly Logos and Mantra and Vasagaram, because these are the area he dying deep. So I think JVB committee will plan, and we will have a knowledge feast together, and specifically from the blessings of Gurudev and all Tirthankras, we would like to channelize you the same blessing what we receive in day-to-day life. Om Arham.
Thank you, Samriji. It was your humility that you expressed so much of the things about us and praised our family. But what I can say is, it is Sadharmik Vatsalya, it is your humility and it is your nature to praise others. But you are Samniji, we are just your follower. We just follow what, okay, you people are guiding us. And we always think of that the blessings of Gurudev and all the sadhu sons and Samniji should be bestowed on us regularly to make our path of spirituality, the journey, more peaceful and smooth. Thank you very much, everybody. It would be my pleasure to come again and again whenever your UK team invites me and gives me a topic like this, for go down deep into the subject. Thank you very much. Can we have Manglik from Pratibha Pragya ji to conclude the whole thing?
Yes. जुड़े हुए हाथ, आंखें कोमलता से बंद, संकल्प करें पूरा दिन मंगलमय, शांतिमय, आनंदमय रहे. नमो अर्हंताणं, नमो सिद्धाणं, नमो आयर्याणं, नमो उवज्झायाणं, नमो लोये सब्बसाहूणं. एसो पंच नमोकारो सब्ब पावपणासनो, मंगलाणं च सब्बेसिं पडमं हवै मंगलम्. चत्तारि मंगलम्, अर्हंता मंगलम्, सिद्धा मंगलम्, साहू मंगलम्, केवली पन्नतो धम्मो मंगलम. चत्तारि लोगुत्तमा, अरहंता लोगुत्तमा, सिद्धा लोगुत्तमा, साहू लोगुत्तमा, केवली पन्नतो धम्मो लोगुत्तमो. चत्तारि शरणं पवज्जामि, अरहन्ते शरणं पवज्जामि, सिद्धे शरणं पवज्जामि, साहू शरणं पवज्जामि, केवली पन्नतं धम्मं शरणं पवज्जामि. धम्मो मंगल मुक्किठम, अहिंसा संजमो तवो, देवावितं नमं संति, जस्स धम्मे सयामणो, चैत्ता भारहं वासं, चक्रवट्टी महिढ्यो, संति संति करे लोये पत्तो गई मणुत्तरं देव दानव गंधर्वा जख रक्षस किन्नरा बंभयारिं नमं संति दुःखरं जे करन्ति तम् मंगलम भगवान वीरो मंगलम गौतमो गणी मंगलम स्थूलि भद्राद्या जैन धर्मोस्तु मंगलम मंगलम अतिमान भिक्षु मंगलम भारमल्लक मंगलम राय चंद्राद्या मंगलम तुलसी गुरु महाप्रज्ञोस्तु मंगलम महाश्रमणोस्तु मंगलम चंदे सुनिमलयरा आईचे स्वहियं पयासयरा सागर वर गंभीरा सिद्धा सिद्धिं मम दिसन्तु सिद्ध साधु प्रणमी करी ऋषभादिक 24 स्तवना करूं प्रमोद धरी जय जस कर जगदीश जय जस कर जगदीश।
बहुत कृपा कराई समझे जी, नामी नमन स्वामी, बहुत कृपा कराई।
कृतज्ञोस्मि, हम सब आपके आभारी। नामी नमः स्वामी समणी जी।
वंदामी नमः
Nami Naman
स्वामी
Swami.
जी।
Dr.
Nami
Sahib,
Naman
thank you
Swami.
very much.
आप सुख साता में रहिए सब।
जी हम आपके
वंदना
हैं।
पर्यूषण बहुत आनंद से जा रहे हैं।
Yes.
आपकी कृपा से
ना सब देखो, हमारी टीम तो ऐसे लगी हुई है, फिर ऐसे स्पीकर और ऐसे सब, और समनी जी भी, स्वर्ण प्रज्ञा जी भी बहुत मेहनत कर रहे हैं। तो सबने ज्ञान गोष्ठी भरी होगी जो क्विज आ रही है उसकी, तो जरूर ध्यान दीजिएगा, क्योंकि बूंद बूंद से घड़ा भरता है। तो दाना दाना सभी, और सभी भी आज भी कोशिश करें, जो भी लोग नहीं पहुंच पा रहे हैं उनको 2-4 फोन कर लें, बात कर लें, मैसेज भेज दें, टेक्स्ट कर लें, तो सबको अधिक से अधिक फल मिले। ओम अरहम।
ओम अरहम। दिलीप जी कैसा है, ठीक है? दिलीप जी।
हाँ 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 जी सर।
हसू हसू भाई।
हाँ हसू भाई।
हाँ कैसा है, ठीक है?
एकदम ठीक है, एकदम ठीक है। कृपा गुरुदेव की, कृपा गुरुदेव की।
साता में है?
है?
साता में है?
एकदम साता में। आप याद करते हो, देखिए आपने याद किया, मैंने आ गया ना।
हाँ थैंक यू थैंक यू।
आप याद करो, आई एम देयर।
या बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर किया, वी आर ऑल अप्रिशिएटेड, थैंक्स अ लॉट।
गुरुओं की कृपा है। आप
वर्षा
लंदन
ठीक
के
है?
साथ
वर्षा
एक पुराना संबंध है आपके देश लंदन के साथ तो पुराना संबंध है, और अच्छा आप लोगों की प्रमोद भावना है। आप बुलाते रहिए, सुनते रहिए, जितना सुनेंगे उतना सुनाएंगे। बस प्रतिभा प्रज्ञा जी के काल में बुलाइएगा।
आगे नेक्स्ट मंथ अपन ऑर्गेनाइज करता है लेक्चर दूसरा।
बिल्कुल 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 बिल्कुल।
ओके ओम अरहम।
Om Aram. Thank you very much, Dilip ji. Thank you.
हाँ, thank you very much.
अरे हम अरे हम अरे हम अरे हम अरे हम अरे